Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dungeon Dive. Daniel here. I hope you're doing well, and if you're not, I hope you are soon. Okay, just a quick video today, a little design diary, an update on my game, Land in Peril, a solo game of questing and adventure. I've made some pretty good progress on generating quests and the whole quest system and kind of the core aspect of the game of moving through quests to achieve your character's final goal of either retiring into the Hall of Heroes or being killed in the process and becoming part of your world's legend. I'm going to read just this little bit of flavor text that I've written for the game. And this says that the adversary stirs in its slumber, drifting ever more closely to emerging from its nihilistic nightmares. The ebb and flow of good and evil is constant. The perpetual tug of war between virtue and malevolence is never ending. Periods of relative comfort and benevolence are upended by and punctuated by the rise of treachery and wickedness. But when the adversary emerges from the depths of the netherworld, they are greeted by a bulwark of stoic men and women to stop them. These men and women, these heroic and adventurous souls were born for it. To do otherwise is anathema. If even for seemingly selfish reasons, such as the pursuit of treasure and powerful relics, the heroic adventurers will come forth to aid a land in peril. And I've also written some 7 key concepts that I'm trying to accomplish in this game. And 1, simple rules. 2, the ability to quickly generate characters, quests, and challenges for your characters. 3, episodic play. The game starts at the threshold of adventure. The stuff between quests is abstracted. If it's important enough not to be abstracted, then it should be played as a quest or an adventure. Fast-moving combat, no hit points, no defense rolls. Fail forward / sideways questing. Failure is not the end, but just a wrinkle. Your character will not die during a quest unless that is part of the story you want to tell. And it has a light legacy roguelite system where the outcome of your quests will impact your world. So those are kind of the things I'm trying to accomplish with this game. So I thought with the completion of the main questing system, I thought we could generate a quest on this video. For a character, and let's make a character real quick. So the character sheets are relatively simple here. We've got I didn't cut one out yet, but this is the main character sheet here. So you have your name, your class, your stats, your weapon, powers, and items. Powers you get when you level up your character. And so let's see here. Name. I'll stick with my typical name I always use for these guys. Cragor. And I'm going to have him be a warrior. And so the warrior's stats are in the character section of the book here. And so the warrior stats are athletics of a 2, a brawn of 3, a concentration of 1, a determination of 6. And so you use those stats to form your dice pools. And then you're looking for typically a typical D6 dice pool system. To overcome challenges. You're looking at a 5 or a 6 for a success. And let's see, our fate. So the fate track is something that you will keep track of over time during your quest and actually during your character's life. And your character, the final destination that your character reaches will be determined by the fate score at the end of their life as an adventurer. Okay, so we're starting at level 1. I haven't come up with gold. Coming up with the economy is something that I will take some time, and that'll just take a lot of play testing to determine how much gold is too much gold, how much is too little. But I'm not really worried about gold for this demonstration here. Let's quickly roll up a weapon. I like rolling up a weapon, so I'm going to have a lot of random charts here to roll up things on the fly. That's kind of one of the main things about this game. So let's roll up a weapon. Let's see what kind of weapon we have here. I'm going to pick a melee weapon for sure. So I'm not going to randomize the range here. We'll pick melee. Is it a fast or slow weapon? It's a fast weapon, so a fast melee weapon. Is it pierce, blunt, or slash? 2, it's a piercing weapon. Okay, so we're going to say that I have kind of a rapier. So that's a one-handed weapon, a rapier. And the keywords it has are fast and pierce. And so the keyword system in this game is if you come up against something that is strong against fast or pierce, then you remove dice from your dice pool. If you come up against something that is weak against fast or pierce, then you add dice to your dice pool, and so on. Very, very, very simple. And we could also roll up a random element, 6. So this is a magic. So same thing, magic is a keyword. So keywords will always either subtract dice from your dice pool or they will add dice to your dice pool. Okay, so that's basic character creation. Now let's move to the quest creation here. So I will go to the quest section. All right, so questing is the heart of adventure, and quests represent the things your hero has done on their pathway to the Hall of Heroes and will eventually lead to their confrontation with the adversary. So to create a quest, you will first determine the setting of the quest. That will help you come up with the story of your quest. Then you will determine your objective, and then you will determine the quest length and also a section on how to track your quests. And quests are tracked on this quest log here. And so you will have your setting, your objective, your source, the flavor, and some notes so you can write more things about your quest there. And then you have this quest tracking chart here. And then you can also get clues. And clues are a thing that I added kind of live in one of my last videos on that I talked about the Land in Peril, where you will have a chance to discover clues along the way. And those clues can be spent as a currency while you are on this quest to manipulate die rolls on the Oracle. And I did finish my Oracle, so I have a simple and complex Oracle. This is the 3d6 Oracle and the rule and the Bag of Fate Oracle. And so we'll do a more detailed video on the Oracles soon. I am having somebody do kind of a nice graphical update and make the Oracle look nice. And the Oracle will actually be available to purchase on itch.io fairly soon. So I'm really looking forward to that because I think the Oracle is a lot of fun. But okay, so we get into our first page of charts here, and let's determine our quest, the setting for our quest. Get some scratch paper here, and let's see here, 2. Okay, so this is an urban setting. Okay, and an asterisk here denotes a subtable. So we go down to our urban subtables. We have our first subtable to narrow down into where our quest takes place. 4, in a castle. Okay, so our quest takes place in an urban setting in a castle. Now, right now, I don't have a subchart for castle. I do have a subchart for a merchant district, the settlement outskirts, and on the streets. And if I feel like I need it, I might add more subtables for each one of these entries. But if you were to go into the merchant district, then you could roll here on this table and it would take place on a tavern. Or if you were on the streets, then you would have a quest in the merchant district. So then you could actually refer back to here to see where it is. Or it could be in just a general area of your city that is a merchant district. Or if you were in the outskirts, you could be having a quest in the nomad camps. And then we have quest tables, of course, for your wilderness, mountains, forests, swamps, deserts, grasslands, and coastal. And then each one of those has a D3 subtable to narrow down into some more detail. And then another place that you can have a quest is in the adventure sites. And the adventure sites will have a dungeon, ruin, wizard's tower, lair, cave, system, or fortress. And then each one of those has a D3 table to kind of narrow down. And I am thinking in terms of expansions for this game. I'm hoping it is at least a moderate, even a small success. And I want to continue to evolve this game. You know, I said in the very first design diary I did, I said, I don't want to be known for creating a whole bunch of games. I want to be known for creating one game and sticking with that game and just adding to it and making it just kind of this big game that you can have modular pieces that you can add. You know, each one of these tables could be a little expansion, a little standalone expansion. So you could have more details about your dungeons, your ruins, your wizards' towers, and so on. Okay, so our setting is an urban castle setting. Okay, so urban and castle. And now let's determine the objective. So we have 6 different types of quests: seek, destroy, stop, secure, escort, and negotiate. Seeking quests are quests of exploration, searching for things. Destroying are quests of direct conflict, violence, action. Stopping is something is going to happen. Your quest is to prevent it from happening. Secure, something needs protecting. How will you accomplish that? Escort, something needs to get from point A to point B. And negotiate. Sometimes subterfuge, wiles, wits, and fast talking are on order. Okay, so let's see what our overall quest goal is here. It is a 2. Destroy. Okay, so we need to destroy something. Okay, what do we need to destroy? How did we learn about this quest? We have a quest source here. 3, a mysterious note. Okay, mysterious note. So we received some kind of mysterious note about having to destroy something in a castle. Now, if you heard from the guild leader will have a subtable, and that will determine which guild you heard about the quest from. Wizards, blacksmiths, thieves, merchants, masons, and jewelers. If you heard about this quest from supernatural means, then you could roll up here. Was it a dream, a prophecy, or a legend? So you can drill down deeper into that. Let's see what kind of people are involved in this quest here. Noble, okay, that makes sense because it is at a castle. So noble people, what does it involve? These things and items. Some kind of weapon, noble weapon. So maybe we need to sneak into this castle to destroy some kind of weapon that might be used to hurt the populace or something. Maybe there is a corrupt nobleman. Let's roll up this kind of event here to maybe give a little bit more information. 1, a natural disaster. Okay, so maybe this is some kind of magical weapon that can control the weather or something. So there's a corrupt wizard working in the castle. He's hired by the nobles, but he has some kind of weapon, some kind of magic weapon that controls weather. And he can unleash a torrential downpour of rain and just completely wipe out huge sections of the city. And so we need to go into the castle and we need to destroy that weapon. Maybe the wizard himself or herself. And then finally, we have a little bit of flavor. And 6, many people have tried and failed to do what you need to do. Ouch. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty harrowing quest here. Interesting. Okay, so we could write all of that information down here. You can keep track of your objective, your source, your flavor, and your notes on your tracking, your quest log here. And now we go into determine how long this quest is. And so quests in A Land in Peril have a number of milestones. And milestones are major challenges. In between your milestones, you will have a number of minor challenges. And you'll keep track of everything here. So I have a chart here to determine your number of milestones. So this is going to be a short quest. So it'll have 4 milestones. So we'll circle 4 here. We don't need to worry about 5 or 6. And so we need to have basically 4 milestones, 4 major challenges to complete this quest. And the first challenge that you have at the beginning of the quest is always a minor challenge. And so that is represented by this here. So you have a minor challenge, and then you check off on your next box, and you roll a quest die. And if you roll a 6, then your next challenge is a major challenge. Your next challenge is a milestone. If you didn't, then you would check that off, and then you would add a +1. Okay, so nope. So you would still have a minor challenge and you're looking to get a 6. Finally, when you roll a 6 or when you roll a modified 6, then that challenge is a major challenge and that is the milestone. So our first challenge though is a minor challenge, and maybe we're outside the castle, and I haven't yet printed out my large challenge sheets yet, but let's see what kind of challenge our first challenge is going to be. And let's see, we have challenge type. All right, let's see. 6, it's an environmental challenge. Okay, I like that. So that makes sense to me that maybe we need to figure out a way to get into this castle. So this will be our first challenge. And let's see if it's going to be, let's do a stat challenge. Let's see what kind of stat we're going to be. Concentration. Ooh, that's rough for me. So, so I'm approaching the castle and I need to maybe convince one of the guards at the drawbridge or one of the guards at the gate to let me in. Maybe I'm trying to sneak in with some people delivering some food or something, and so I need to do a wits challenge, basically a concentration challenge. Concentration handles all kinds of mental challenges. So Kragor only has a concentration of 1. Now I could have items, I could have other things that would augment that, but I don't. And so I need to roll a single d6, and let's see how hard this challenge is going to be. So that'll be a 2d6 and a 6. So this will be a normal challenge, and normal is a 5 or higher. So I'm looking for 1 5 or higher. And let's see here. Oh, a 4. No. Okay, so I failed that challenge. And when you fail a challenge, you lose a point of determination. So my determination goes down to 5 now. Now, determination can be used to add dice to your dice pool. So I could have also spent a point of determination in order to have maybe 2d6 or 3d6. However, when you drop to 0 determination and then you start failing challenges, then your fate starts going down. And as you move into negative fate, bad things will start happening to you in between quests, and fate won't be on your side. But since I've failed that challenge, I can do a couple of things. I can spend a point of determination to do that challenge again and then lower the difficulty level. I can spend a point of determination to come up with something else. So maybe the guards kick Kragor out and they're like, you're not with these these people delivering the food, and so I have to find some other way to sneak in. And then I could use one of my stronger traits. I could use brawn. I could climb the walls or use my acrobatic skill. Let's see. Let's ask the oracle here. Is there another way? Is there a way that Kragor could climb a wall around the back of the castle to get into to the castle? So we will do red first, blue second, and black third here. 1, no, and okay, so I can't climb, so I won't be able to use my acrobatics. So a 1 here is a no, and the blue would signal a twist. If you roll a 1, you have a negative twist. If you roll a 6, you have a positive twist, and the black die would be used for the twist focus, but we didn't have a twist. So I'm going to say that I can't use my brawn. I can't muscle my way into this castle. So that leaves athletics. So I need to find a way that I could sneak in using my athletics. But that would be the first challenge. And so you would have to overcome that challenge. And then you would check off this box here. And now you are at +0. So then you would roll your quest die. And if I get a 6, the next quest is a major quest, or the next challenge is a major challenge, and that would be a milestone. A 6, all right. So I will mark off my milestone here, and now I will roll up a major challenge. And major challenges are basically the same, but you add to your dice rolls when determining certain things, such as the number of successes needed, or the challenge difficulty. So you might need more successes than just 1, and the challenge might be harder for those milestones, for those major challenges. But yeah, so that's kind of the questing system. I think it's pretty cool. I have had a lot of fun just generating random quests, and keeping track of them on this chart here is super easy. And this is a game about the exciting parts of your character's life. And it's not a game that simulates every moment of a character's life. This isn't a really detailed kind of RPG. This is a point crawl. You're going from one challenge to the next, trying to overcome things. And it's kind of up to you to determine how much time you want to spend connecting the dots in between those challenges. You could play really quickly, almost like a dice game, where you're just rolling up challenges, rolling your dice, trying to overcome them, figuring out ways to overcome them. Or you could slow it down a little bit and have more story and have more interaction with the environment, with the oracle, and with all of the different generators that will be available for the game when it is finally done. I'm hoping everything is ready. I'm hoping everything is written. It won't be formatted with art and everything by the end of the year, but my goal is to have everything ready to go for formatting, for art, and for all of that kind of page layout by the end of the year, by December of 2024. So then 2025, we can get the game out and hopefully people will like it. Hopefully I continue to have fun designing this and developing it. So, all right, you guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed just this quick design diary today for A Land in Peril, a solo game of questing and adventure. We will talk to you later. Bye-bye.